Can I really lose 3 kg of body fat in 30 days? Listen, the short answer is yes, but only if you do it the right way, because you can end up getting all that weight back if you get it wrong. The truth is our bodies are fucking effective metabolic machines. So when we put them under stress by doing things like your workout, your diet, they learn to adapt very quickly. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you the exact tips, strategies, and hacks so that you can lose fat without gaining it all back and also without just feeling stuck at a plateau. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bemi. I'm an African fat loss coach and I've helped hundreds of women lose fat as well as cook up a ton of recipes in my own healthy restaurant. And of course, I've smashed myself. Okay, I'm certified, and today I'm going to help you. Now, losing fat is very simple when you have the right protocol behind you. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the exact steps you need to lose body fat, from the science of fat loss to hacks and habits that will make this process very simple. I didn't say easy, I said simple. So let's get started. Step 1, you need to be in a calorie deficit. I know we hear calorie deficits all the time, but it's simply for you to be burning more calories than you're consuming. So if your goal is to lose 3 kg of fat over 30 days, you probably want to be burning around 21,000 calories because 1 kg is about 7,000 calories. Now, for most people, this will put you in a deficit of around 500 to 700 calories a day. So this simply means if your current maintenance calories are 2,500 calories, we want to shave off 500 off of that and put it around 2,000. This can get very complicated very quickly, but honestly, it doesn't have to. I have a free fat loss planner that will help you calculate your exact calories to get you to your fat loss journey. There's also a ton of online calculators that can help you do this. Link in the description. Next, let's talk about food. Listen, me, I love food, okay? And there's a common misconception when it comes to fat loss. People always assume that to lose fat, you need to eat less. But the truth is you need to eat smarter, not less. And that's why I've come up with my AfroBowls formula that my clients have used to lose so much fat. Hundreds of my clients are getting results like this, period. But the truth is, when it comes to eating your favorite foods, for me, that's African cuisine. I don't eat less of it. I just try to eat in a way that is better. The basic formula for you to understand when it comes to fat loss and the calorie deficit is so simple. I like to do 35% protein, 25% carbs, 30% fiber, which is another type of carb, but is a type of resistant carb, and 10% fat. The key is balance, right? So when we're thinking about protein, you want to be thinking about things like chicken, fish, eggs, meat, pomo, shaki. And you want to be doing cooking methods like boiling, grilling, air frying. I would definitely avoid frying because that's like excess oil for no reason, unprovoked, right? No. So think about those things and you want that to really fill up about a quarter of your plate. Next, when we're thinking about carbs, we're thinking about things like your jollof rice, your plantain, gari, pounded yam. That is where we need to get a little bit smart, okay? For this one, for the carbs, we need to be mindful. Okay, you need to be mindful of your carb portions. And then for things like fiber, I would say just have as much as you want. So we're thinking things like spinach, ugu, your coleslaw, not the coleslaw with the mayo. There's a healthier way to cook or make coleslaw. But all of your veggies like bok choy, whatever veggies that you like, this is fiber and you can have as much as you want. And the thing is that when you combine protein with fiber, it keeps you fuller for longer. Protein on its own is actually great simply because your body actually takes more energy to digest protein. So this way, like, you're basically just burning more calories by eating protein. Like, it's a life hack. Fiber, your body doesn't digest all of the energy that you get from fiber. So this actually just helps you feel full, but you actually pass most of that out. So being really smart with how you combine your meals can actually make fat loss so much more easy. You don't have to be starving to get results. You don't have to give up your favorite foods to get results. You just have to make sure that you're eating balanced whole foods and you're designing your plate in a way that will keep you full and actually get you to the end of the journey. So the third and final piece of the puzzle is basically building habits that last and staying accountable. When it comes to building habits, honestly, like, there's nothing like go big or go home, because if you go big instead of going home, you're more than likely to fail. The key is small, consistent habits. When I want to start a habit building journey, I really try not to overwhelm myself. Like, you'll never find me on January 1st saying, okay, I'm going to start making my bed. I'm going to go to gym at 5 a.m. I'm going to cook all my meals. All of these things by February 1st, like most people fail. If you actually want to make lasting change, you need to start small. So you can start by saying, this week, I will plan all my meals ahead of time. I will make all my Afro bowls ahead of time. And you can prep all your proteins for your bowls, right? It's a small habit that will make a change. And then after 4 weeks, you feel that that habit is stuck. You feel that, okay, it's sustainable. You can then stack onto the habit. So you can say, okay, while I'm making my Afro bowls, I will, go for a walk or something. That's not a good habit stack, but you can say, in addition to doing my Afro bowls, I will now add 5 workouts as opposed to like 3 workouts, right? I would just say focus on getting your basics right, moving well, eating well. And then in terms of the habits that you can add that actually really kind of like boost your fat loss journey, things like intermittent fasting. When it comes to fasting, I feel like the evidence and research is very varied. I would say test it out and see if it works for you. If you're someone that, likes to get into the details of things, a book I would recommend is Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pelz. And this really tells you how to fast with your cycle. It's extremely informative. I love this book. Get it, read it. But for most people, I think like an 8-hour eating window would be great to see some sort of results. So it essentially means that you might start eating at 12 and then stop eating at 8. Do not try this if you have PCOS or any hormonal issues. But for, the girlies with no hormonal issues, fasting is a great fat loss hack. Sleep. She's that girl, right? For women, I recommend having at least 8 hours. Yes, it means turning off your phone and no scrolling on social media. That's even good for your brain, right? Sleep is a game changer, one, because it helps you feel rested. So much happens in your body when you sleep. There's a great book on this as well called Why We Sleep. I think it's Matt, I can't remember the author, but Why We Sleep is such a great book. It will tell you about like all of the things that happens in our bodies when we sleep. You really need sleep for your hormone regulation. You need sleep to have energy to do your workouts. Sleeping more actually makes you crave less food, right? So this means that it's easier for you to stick to your diet. So sleep is something I would definitely recommend working on. Last but not the least, the people who actually make it through the end of the journey are the people who have some sort of accountability system. So it can either be you posting your Instagram stories and telling people that you've started a workout journey. It can be you going with a gym buddy. One thing about gym buddies though is that you're more likely to succeed when you have a gym group as opposed to a gym buddy. So 3 people, not 2, because when one person drops off, it's easier for 2 people to put pressure on that one person to join, as opposed to when it's just 2 of you. It's actually more likely that when one person drops off, you're also likely to drop off. So that's just a tiny hack. When next you're thinking about having an accountability group, I recommend that you go in groups of more than 3 as opposed to just you and one other person. The best accountability hack ever is hiring a coach. Hi, I'm Gemi. I'm a coach. Essentially, a coach, one, will give you all of the guidance that you need to actually go all the way through. 2, will personalize this journey to your own experience, right? So I can sit down here and give you all the fat loss hacks and tricks that have worked for my clients. But remember that for every single client I've worked with, we've been able to personalize that journey for their own process, whatever they have going on in their life, their own particular weight. These things actually do vary, and these tiny details matter in whether you're able to, go all the way to the end, and also if you're able to stick to it, because the stats still show that almost everybody that loses weight in January, they end up getting it back. And the difference is really in the type of guidance that you have, your approach, and how sustainable you make the journey. Okay, so to recap, we've talked about smarter workouts, we talked about healthy food and how to plan it, and we've talked about the kind of habits that you need to actually make this journey sustainable. If you do follow all of these steps, I can guarantee you that your results will be chef's kiss. Don't forget to download my free African Fat Loss Guide that actually goes into much more detail on all of these things. And I give you the tools, the tricks, the actual workouts, the meals that you need to actually make this dream of yours attainable. And of course, do not forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I'm active there every single day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.